Okay, guys, in today's class, we have talked about deriving, sorry, we've talked about completing the square method in the previous lesson. We were able to use completing the square method to solve quadratic equation problem. So what you're going to do for me, guys, in this class is that you're going to look at that previous video, that previous lesson, so that you can, get a heads up on um, completing the square method. Yeah. All right, so today I want to show you how to derive the quadratic formula, because we are going to use the quadratic formula to solve problems on quadratic equations. So we are going to learn how to deriving the quadratic formula. So yeah, that's what we'll do in this lesson. We'll derive the quadratic formula. Let me check if you're seeing this. Yes, you should. Okay, so to start with, we have a general form of a quadratic equation, right? The general form of a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Yeah, this is the general form of a quadratic equation, and I made a video and I explained something about this, so you can also look it up too. All right. Yeah, it's in one of the videos. So want to use this general form of a quadratic equation to generate the quadratic formula. All right, and we can use the quadratic formula to solve problems on quadratic equation. It's that simple. All right, so let's start. We are going to use the same method. What we do with completing the square methods is what we are going to do here. All right. Yeah, so this is going to become ax squared plus bx equals minus c, right? Yeah, so, and that's the rearranging. Then I'll divide through by a. I'll divide through by a, and when I do that, I'll have ax squared over a plus bx over a equals minus c over a. All right. All right, so I can do the division first before the rearrangement. It does not matter, but you can stick to this method in order not to get confused. All right, so ax squared divided by a means a will cancel a, right? A divided by a is 1, so we have 1 left. 1 times x squared, I have x squared plus b over ax. Okay, this is the same thing as writing bx over a or b over ax. All right, it's the same thing, equals minus c over a. All right, having said this, remember when we want to complete the square of a quadratic equation, we are going when we want to complete the square of a quadratic equation or make a quadratic expression a perfect square, what we usually do is to add the square of half the coefficient of x to both sides. The coefficient of x here is what? B over a. It's not just b, it is b over a. So coefficient of x is what? B over a. Half of it, half of the coefficient, half of the coefficient will be b over a. When you multiply something by 1 over 2, you actually reduce it by half. So b over a times 1 over 2 will give us b over 2a. All right, to give us b over 2a. All right, now they said the square. Remember, we are supposed to square it. So squaring, when you square this, you're going to have b over 2a all squared. You get this, right? So we have b over 2a all squared. Good. Now we are going to take this and add it to both sides of the equation. So adding to both sides of the equation, adding to both sides. Remember, we got this b over a from here. So our final output now, we are going to add it to both sides of this equation, so that this is going to become x squared plus b over a x, right, or bx over a, whichever way I put it. Then plus b over 2a all squared equals minus c over a, all right, plus b over 2a all squared. All right, so this is what we have. Yeah, that is what we have. So to make more progress, what we are going to do now is to factorize the left hand side. Factorize the left hand side. That's this side. So when we factorize the left hand side, um to do this, you remember we did a lesson, so it's very important that you watch previous lessons so that you don't get lost on this kind of things, right? Yeah, so if I want to start doing all the explanation in one video, trust me, it's going to be very lengthy, so I had to break it down, right? So that's it. Okay, so factorizing these two sides, because it's a perfect square, we are going to have x plus b over 2a all squared. Alright, I take this x, take this b over 2a and square it. If I multiply this expression here by itself, or like it is, if I square this expression, it will give me this. Alright, so this is now equal to minus c over a plus, but b here is squared, so we can write it as b squared all over 2a squared, alright, is going to become 4a squared, because 2a squared is the same thing as 2a times 2a. 2 times 2, 4. A times a squared. You get this, right? Good. Alright, I am checking this. Okay. Alright, so let's proceed. This will now become, this is a fraction. In order to resolve this fraction, we take the LCM of both sides, a and 4a squared. When we take the LCM, we are going to have 4a squared, all right, as the LCM. 4a squared divided by a will give me 4a squared divided by a will give me what? 4a. Sorry, it will give me 4a. 4a times minus c here will give me minus 4ac plus 4a squared divided by 4a squared will be 1. Alright? 1 times b squared I have plus b squared here. Alright? This equals x plus b over 2a all squared. Good. Now we have gotten to this point. You can see that I'm running out of space there, so I'll have to clean the other side to you, the left hand side, and to me the right hand side. Yeah, and this is a video, so you can always go back, and of course you don't learn without writing, so as you're learning, you're writing this. Writing this will be a lot of help for you. All right, so let's proceed. So we have x plus b over 2a squared, all right, equals, I'm going to just rearrange the numerator of this fraction. Okay, the top part, that's what we call the numerator, in case you forgot. Okay, so this is going to become b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Okay guys, we don't need this square root sign, this square sign here. Actually, this square sign here, we don't need it. And mind you, what we are trying to actually do in this equation is to make x the subject of the formula. All right, so let's proceed with that now. So this is going to become x plus b over 2a. We're taking the square root of both sides, so when we take the square root of this side, the 2 will be gone and we'll be left with the square root of everything here. So this is b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. The square root sign is covering both the numerator and the denominator. Alright, having said that, let's proceed. Let's proceed. My marker is getting faint. Alright, so we have x plus b over 2a equals The top part does not have a is not a perfect square, so we cannot get a square root for it, so it remains as b squared minus 4ac. While the denominator part we can take the square root. Remember, it was 2a times 2a that gave us 4a squared, right? So we can so that means that the square root will just be 2a. So we have 2a here. All right. So, and when we take the square root of a number, it is natural for us to write a plus minus sign, right? Because the square roots can be negative and can be positive, and it will still give us the same result. So, having come to this point, so x alone now, to get x alone, we have to move plus b over 2a over the equality sign. So this will now become, instead of x plus b over 2a, we have x equals plus b over 2a moves over to become minus b over 2a. Sorry, minus b over 2a plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over what? 2a. Okay, right, so that's what we have. Let me make this better. 2a here, b squared 4ac. Sorry, I don't have a backup marker. Minus b over 2a. All right, good. So we've come to this point where we have two fractions again, right? So in order for us to work with this fraction, we have to make it a singular fraction. We cannot always work with it like this, but then for the purpose of neatness, so we have to rearrange that stuff. So of course you can see that the LCM, the denominators are the same. And when working with fractions, if the denominators are the same, all you just need to do is to take one. So this will become x equals to the LCM of this and this is what? 2a. The LCM of 2a and 2a is 2a. So we now have 2a divided by 2a to be 1. 1 times minus b gives you minus b plus minus 2a divided by 2a is 1 times the whole of this. It remains as square root of b squared minus 4ac. All right, so this is what we mathemat. When I was starting my mathematics journey, we were tempted to call this. We called it almighty formula. Okay, yeah. So this is actually what I prefer to call as the quadratic quadratic formula. So this is the formula that we can use to solve problems on quadratic equations. So all you need to do to master this derivation process is to repeat it, okay? And then have a basic understanding of the things that we have done here. All right, thank you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share whatever we are doing here with other people, and see you next time.